where would you guys go? We all know that the Jamaicans, who consider themselves West Indian and not African, they can go back to Jamaica. But the average African American, everything just went crazy. You have no passport, other than, and may not have a passport, American passport.
Right.
Where would you go? Where would you run? Local church, university, everything shuts down. We're the only immigrants, or forced immigrants, I would say, that does not have another continent, another place of origin to do business, to have a connection spiritually, economically, socially, other than our corner store, our community, our block. And what he's saying, and what I'm saying, and what W.B. Du Bois is saying, and Marcus Garvey is saying, is that it's high time for us to wake up and realize that all the ignorance that has been put before us was done by design. We read that book. It's not interesting anymore to be having that debate, the race debate. Through DNA, race doesn't exist. So what is the excuse now? Not to follow the Isaiah Washingtons of the world to say that, what, you're going to wait for me to be on the cover of Fortune magazine, Black enterprise worth $400 million in the next 5 years to take the DNA test? I hope so. Because if that will wake you up, if that will wake up the hip hop community to know that money can be made outside of America and support whatever it is you want to do in America without having your hand out, I think ultimately the Republicans, the Democrats, everybody would be in support of that. It's self-empowerment and sustainability of our own self. We've been here long enough.
Right.
So that is what I've been working on. That is what A Man from Another Land is all about. That's the ideology, is to reach out and say, we can all do business in Sierra Leone, particularly where I'm based. And you have recourse with me. Where am I going to run to steal $1.5 billion? You know, I'm not going to get away as long as Osama bin Laden. I guarantee it.
I know that's
if something goes wrong, it's my fault. If it goes right, it's the president's credit. Yeah. And that's all I want.
Cool.
And I mean, I have two presidents now, and they're both African. I have President Obama, and I can say that I have President Koroma.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere in the middle. It's the little engine that's good, that is trying to send people to www.gondobaymangafoundation.org.
Okay, spell that out for us.
GONDOBAYMANGA foundation.org.
Okay.
Drive traffic to www.reach1million.org to continue to raise funds for my children. That's grown from 100 to 500 in my schools. I can't build them fast enough. Can't build the clean water systems fast enough to do what I'm trying to do. So those kids that are having thirst for education here, they can maybe turn on these kids who don't want to read and just want to just play Xbox all day, and know that the difference, if I can get them to Skype one another,
okay, and
talk to one another and get a language where that language will turn into English and vice versa. Help me build those kinds of technology so they can communicate. I think someone who's experiencing extreme poverty and someone who's experiencing poverty, I think the individuals who are experiencing poverty will quickly see that it's that old saying that one man says he doesn't have any shoes, and the other one says, he complains, well, I don't have any feet. And then the other one says, what are you complaining about? You don't have any shoes, you don't have any feet, I don't have any legs. Well, here, these children have been amputated. They don't have any legs. And they need to be communicating with these children that feel like every day it's just their day, to not do anything, not to advance, not to love themselves. And that is what A Man from Another Land is all about.
Wow. Wow, that's so much, just so much.
I never thought I would get this many wows out of you, Ron.
I'm just sitting here.
All these years we've been talking. You didn't know I had all this planned?
I didn't.
I kept it a big secret now.
I didn't see.
Well, I'm out of the closet now.
I'm very happy, and what I want to do is give you an opportunity to put out as many websites that you want people to go to.
Almost forgot again.
Check out, the videos that you were talking about, your documentaries, as well as how you did the DNA. Okay. Because we want to get as many people to do that as possible.
I'm on the advisory board. Gina Page and Rick Kittles put together this extraordinarily evolutionary process called Personal Genetic Histories, DNA test kits at www.africanancestry.com. I can be reached, found. I'm always on Facebook You see this face.
Okay.
On Facebook, that's the real me. If I'm talking about Sierra Leone, that's not an imposter.
Okay.
I'm at iWashington on Twitter. And also I just been texted that I should say that you can text Isaiah Washington to 90210 for updates. Okay. Apparently I have a new website that's emerging as we speak.
It's good to have a team.
I think there's another website coming on board as we speak called therealisaiahwashington.com.
Okay.
And like I said, www.reach 1 million, the word spelled out, ONE, .com, which has been there for a while, raising funds specifically for the children in schools. Okay. And that's about it so far.
Wow, that's cool. And where can people get the book?
That's on Amazon.com right now. That's on Frog. That's on Kindle. It's on BarnesandNoble.com. It's in your local stores. And people keep calling it a book. I just keep calling it an offering.
So where can they get the offering?
That's all those places.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm going to Howard once I leave here at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
To tell this exact same story all over again. And then I'm off to Dallas, and then I'm off to Atlanta at Barnes & Nobles and Buckhead, and I'm off to back to Los Angeles, SO1 Books, and then ultimately I hear that there's some individuals that are interested in me extending my tour so I can go across the country and ultimately to China and to Brazil and India and Africa, so various countries in Africa. So I look to be doing this hopefully the next year.
All right.
Yeah.
Very busy man. But thank you for coming.
Man, it's good to see you. What you really look like.
It's good to see you.
We're relatives, man. I think you from Sierra Leone. You gotta take this test.
I'm gonna take a test. I'm taking it before the end of the year.
If I had my locks, man, I look like you, man.
Probably. You remind me of somebody that I know, and you sound like them, you look like them, and it's like, wow. I'm sitting next to him.
Again.
So we're definitely.
Can we count the wows that I've got from Mr. Murray?
I'll count them.
I'm about to be impressed.
We're going to keep that down. We don't want to impress you. But look, man, when you come back in town, we got to talk.
I would love to.
And I know
congratulations on everything that you're doing. Congratulations, VOA.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Oshe, or we will say Tenki in Creole in Sierra Leone, or Missier in Mende, or Tabo in Timni.
How many languages do you know?
And Salamat po in Tagalog out of the Philippines. So I'm loosely conversational on about 4.
Good.
But my French and Spanish is horrible. Obrigado. That's another one, the Portuguese.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot. Isaiah Washington right here. A man from another land. Get the book. Find out about this man. Contact him however you can. Get involved with his foundations. He's doing a lot of good work right here on Hip Hop Connection.
I am here, Isaiah Washington, here to wish you a happy 10th anniversary to Hip Hop Connection.